Alrighty, we are going to go over Chapter 1, Section 1, called Variable and Expressions. This is for IM1 or Integrated Math 1. So I'm going to go through it kind of at the same as a student would look at it. This is the introduction screen for your assignments. The only thing you will see that I don't see on this screen is a due date. So right before attempts, you'll see a due date. This is just a teacher preview, so it doesn't show me that. So under attempts, you're always going to see what attempt you're on of unlimited attempts. You can come into this assignment as many times as you want. You always submit the assignment and you come back and try again. So just be aware, unlimited retakes. This particular assignment only has 3 questions on it, so that'll always be there. Grading policy is always your best score, so whichever attempt is your best one is the one you keep. And partial credits enabled, and that means if you answer 1 of 3 questions, you get credit for the 1 out of the 3 questions, not if there's multiple answers within a question. You have to answer the entire question to get credit for it. And then please remember to always submit your work. So there will be a submit assignment button down in the bottom right corner of your screen. Again, it's not going to be on my teacher screen. I don't submit the assignment on the teacher preview, but it will be there on your screen for a student. You always want to submit the assignment because if you don't, it will literally lock you out of everything else until you come back in and submit the assignment. So you won't be able to do topics, you won't be able to take quizzes or tests or whatever other assignments you would like to move on to until you come and deal with the submit button. All right, let's go ahead and move on. Okay, so this opens up and it kind of looks like a little mini knowledge check. It has the questions along the top, and it'll always have these 3 items on the side here. So you have explanation, just like in the topics section when you're doing that, because this is the homework section. You'll lose your attempt for this question because it's going to quite literally explain this question to you. So it's going to give you the answer to this question, which is a pretty neat resource there, because what if you just stuck on this one problem and not necessarily the whole problem type, just this format. So you get to see the answer to this problem, but they're going to give you a new one on your next attempt, and that's where you'll get credit. So if you click OK, it's going to give you an X here, and it's going to give you the explanation. And then you'll have to come back in to try again. You can click on example whenever you want. It will give you quite literally just a general example of the type of problem. Once you're good, you can just close that. You can click this again for a new example. Okay, so here's a brand new example, same type of problem, just a new example. And you can also message your teacher to ask them questions, and it'll attach this question to your message as well. So that's very specific for teachers. Okay, so let's go ahead and move on and work through these problems here. So Latoya had N dollars to begin with. She just spent $48. Using N, write an expression for the number of dollars she has left. So we're turning a verbal expression into an algebraic expression. So we need to understand our keywords here. One thing that I wish they would have on here, they don't necessarily have that on this page. I don't think they'll explain it to you, but they don't actually give you the keywords that you need to know in order to convert this from verbal to algebraic. So there is a website I have linked in the resources on ALEKS. So if you go to the little menu, 3-line menu button in the top left corner, and you go down to resources, there is a website that has all of the keywords in there that you should know to convert this into an algebraic expression. So if she has N dollars to begin with, so that's what we're starting with, and it's giving me that variable. So I need to use N as my variable. We don't know how much it is, but she's starting with N. And she just spent $48. So spent, that tells me I'm taking it away. The amount she has is going to go down by N. So this is simply what they want. It's just to show she started with N dollars. She spent $48. So the expression is N minus 48. And if I click check, it will immediately tell me if I'm right or wrong with my little green check mark. If you get it wrong, it will give you 3 attempts before it marks you completely wrong. So that's kind of another nice little feature there. It doesn't just immediately say, nope, you're wrong. You don't get to try again. You get to try that same problem a few times before it marks you wrong. All right, so again, we're translating the phrase into an algebraic expression. So same idea, we need to understand the way that we have to, the key words, right? So y more than 5. So more than, so if it's y more than 5, because it's more than, that's a plus. Hopefully we can identify that more means to go up, right? Because it's plus, you could actually type in two ways. You could say y plus 5, or you could say 5 plus y. With this one, I would be careful because if it's less than, you would actually want to make sure that you're very specific and you type it in this way, where it's 5 plus y. Because it's plus, it's not actually going to make a big difference. But if it was less than, that's going to make a bigger difference because we need to identify it. Like if it said y less than 5, okay, I need to take y away from 5. So it's a little bit more picky when we hear less than as opposed to more than. So I'm going to go ahead and click check. Yay, we're good to go. And like I said, you could have also typed this in y plus 5 because it's plus. It doesn't necessarily matter which way you type that in. Just be careful with the minus words. Okay, so we're going to do one more of these. 46 decreased by twice Malik's age. So we have 46. Hopefully we can, understand that one. 46 decreased by. Well, decrease, that means go down. That's smaller than. It's one of our subtraction words. Twice, that's a multiplication word, and it means to multiply by 2. So 2. And then Malik's age. Well, we're not going to type in Malik's. I can't even do an apostrophe here. I'm not going to type in Malik's age like that. It won't understand what I'm doing there. That doesn't make any sense necessarily in the equation. So we want to read this third sentence here that says, use the variable m to represent Malik's age. Okay, instead of Malik's age, I can just go m. And check, and we will be good to go there. All right, so that was section 1. I will see you in section 2.